Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and Happy New Year. Welcome to our live recording. Let me introduce ourselves. I am Jeff Johnson, the CashFlow Repairman, and I'd like to introduce Dorcia Hart with Dr. Hart's Circle of Life. Hi, Dorcia. How you doing today?
Okay. Thank you, Jeff. Yes,
Mhm.
I am Dorcia Hart, retired pharmacist that doesn't believe in drugs. But what I do believe in, you can hydrate yourself instead, and your body will heal itself.
I like that. So, what exactly the Circle of Life? What do you do?
Well, since I don't believe in drugs anymore, I thought I would try to help people holistically to improve their health. And because your body does heal itself, there's many ways what your body uses to actually do that. And so I'm focused more on hydration, nutrition, and movement. And so we get away from, actually the good hydration. We're too focused on the sugary drinks. We see that all on TV and everything. And so we have to learn how to get back to drinking water, just really good water, not just any water, but good water. And so I focus on hydration. I do assessments where I help you, get back to learning how to drink water. And then we move on to nutrition. What are you eating? Fast foods are not really a good choice anymore. And then movement. Movement. You got to have exercise to move all that stuff around.
What makes water good water?
Well, water used to be really good. I remember I grew up on a farm, and the well water was really
Well
good.
water?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it was really good. It had a lot of minerals in it. It was crisp. It was cold. I mean, it was absolutely the best thing. And
Mhm.
now, we can't really rely on well water unless you're isolated where, you're not getting any contaminants. But a lot of these factories, they're dumping stuff in the ground, and all that ground pollution gets into our groundwater. And so, what makes really good water is, you got all the minerals without the toxins. And it used to be that way, but now, you have to, the city or the state, they um, filter the water and they treat the water. They put chlorine in the water to kill the germs, the pesticides and stuff. And then you're left with water that you can't drink. Chlorine is bad for your kidneys. So there's other ways to improve your water, but we have to look at something differently. And we've had, like, the bottled water companies are putting out these bottles in the stores. So you think that's a better choice. But now all that plastic leaches out into the water, the chemicals are
Mhm.
leaching out in the water. And so it's like people are, sort of confused. What can we do? You know? So it's a hard choice now.
Gotcha. That makes sense. What do you find to be the most rewarding in your advice and your teaching?
Well, if I can help someone meet their goals, like every year, it's coming up the first of the year where everybody, makes their New Year's resolution and sets goals. And, we do it for a month and then, you stop, you know. But what I found is if I can work with someone and help someone with their goals and stick to it, that's really rewarding to see someone's face and they say, I really completed my goal and I feel great, and I really appreciate, working with people and they're diligent about, taking my advice and, um, setting goals that actually help themselves with their body and their health, which is really rewarding. It really touches your heart when you can help somebody, reach their goal.
I agree with that. That's my goal as well. I'm a customer service style person, and if I can
Right.
create something that improves the person's business and makes them feel good throughout the year, usually leads to referrals, which is a great way to say thank you, right? So
Right.
that's I find that rewarding. Do you get many people referring others to you? Is that the best way for you to increase?
Yeah, the best way is if you've helped someone and they got a good result, then yeah,
Hmm.
they're going to tell friends, family, friends, and everybody. And that is about the best referrals that you can get because
Well, the
they,
friends are going to notice, right? They're going to look
right,
better and feel better, right? So that's
right.
great.
Yeah, they might even ask them, what have you been doing?
I like that.
Uh,
So it's something that you can teach to everybody, right?
yes, it's simple, but it seems simple and it is simple. It's just you have to be diligent about it. I mean, changing your water, it's very simple. It's not a hard step. But doing the process might be difficult if you're having those sugar cravings and you have to get rid of the sugar cravings first, learn how to drink water. But there's the steps are simple. Drink better water, eat more fruits and vegetables, and exercise. It's a very simple thing. And people that need more help, I do help them on one. But yeah, it's very simple, and I teach people that in my classes. I have many different classes.
As a beer drinker, I used to tell everybody there's plenty of water in beer, and that's not true. So I have been trying to drink a lot more water. So I can vouch for feeling better just by changing some habits. So that's great. Do
Right.
you um do you have classes for this for your teachings?
Yeah, yeah, I have lots of classes. I have a basic health class where first I do an assessment and look and
Hmm.
see where you're at. You answer questions, and then I go through and figure out a plan for you, a schedule, a calendar, all the tools that you would need, and then I schedule like a 2-hour Zoom, and we go over that. And so that's for if you think you can do it yourself. But I have one-on-one support, a 2 week, a 4 week, a 12 week, where we can work together during those time periods, and I make sure that you meet your goals every week. And so it has to, be a habit. So once you create a habit, then you're on your own and you can do it. So that's why a lot of things, like diets don't work because you're doing it for just a short period of time. But if you do something that's gonna last you for a long time, then you'll be able to do it and you'll be able to keep it going, for the rest of your life.
So it sounds like you were a life coach, a habit coach, and you have different programs to fit different budgets and different time frames.
Right, right. So I have a lot of different budget ones. I also do, just specific ones too. If you just want nutrition, I can do nutrition. I also have one where we clean out your cabinet and we go to the grocery store and we pick all good stuff. So you can't pick stuff bad in your house because we got rid of it. So sometimes you
Mm.
need that. It's like whatever you have in your house is what you're going to eat. So you need to just dump all that and start fresh. So I also have, one on gardening, So if you don't want to
Oh,
spend expensive things on, organic uh, food, which is better for you, has less pesticides, but gardening, I do lots of gardening classes, how to start from ground one, where to pick your spot, do refrigerated gardening, do vertical gardening, do window gardening. I mean, there's a lot of different gardenings, to fit your lifestyle and what you have, around your house or your apartment. So don't think you can't garden. There's always a spot we could find.
uh, and coming from somebody who just has an asparagus patch because it comes up every year by itself, I guess I could use some help. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, how do people find you and figure out what classes to take? I assume it's all on your website. Is that the best place to start?
Yeah, I'll put some information in the chat or in comments so you can find out how to reach me. And then we'll go from there. We can have a conversation and then you can see if any of these classes fit for you or these programs fit for you. And we'll go from there. And you can be on your way for 2025.
That's great. I'm kind of looking forward to helping businesses improve their 2025 too. So,
Oh, okay.
I think we have a lot to offer.
Yes, yes. So Jeff, what exactly does the cash flow repairman at the Business Cash Flow Solutions do? That's sort of a mouthful there.
It is a mouthful. So what I do is I help businesses improve their cash flow through the payment acceptance arena. So everybody knows their business. They all know that they want to get paid for what they do, but they may
Mhm.
not understand all the different ways: cash, credit, check, ACH, crypto, diamond. There's so many different ways to get paid, and there's a lot of stereotypes and a lot of fear and a lot of anguish out there. And a lot of people feel it costs too much. So I
Right.
educate and help people set things up properly.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that sounds good. Is there advice for businesses that are already set up to take payments and they hate all those merchant services and robocops and fees and all that stuff? It's just mind boggling, you know?
It is indeed. And while I help businesses get themselves set up, new businesses, um, most existing businesses that have been doing it for 3 to 5 years now are not up to date with the new software and hardware technology. So um, while again, they probably hate the merchant services guy that came in. They had empty promises. The guy disappeared. Now they're paying higher rates. There's a lot of angst about getting paid. So what I do is I tell people, look, if you have somebody you trust, and my retention rate's in the 90 percentile. My clients keep sending me other clients, other prospects. So I would say I'm a trusted educator and a trusted consultant. I'd love to do a free test run and just, earn everybody's trust. But once I get in, I'd like to say, look, let's do a free analysis. Let me see how things are going. And maybe we can tweak what you have. Maybe you're not in bad shape. I'm not out to sell anything, but if I can provide options and show you different ways that can improve your cash flow and your savings right off the bat,
Right.
then it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, many coaches like myself, and practitioners, we accept, direct payment by Zelle maybe, or
Mm.
Venmo. But is that a good idea?
Uh,
Not a good
no,
idea.
no. Um, there's like I said, there's a lot of ways out there. And while I do well with B2B businesses and manufacturers and service organizations, I do a lot with healthcare and coaches and so forth. And a lot of them are small practices that have people coming in or working on Zoom that want to get paid by check or want to get cash or want Zelle or Venmo or whatever. And some of them even have the little square devices, but
Mhm.
they're more set up for the farmer's market type people, right? I mean, if you're going out to get some vegetables or something at the farmer's market, yeah, the square's a great thing, but you really want a true dashboard, a true processing program that can handle things. The problem with Zelle and Venmo is that there's no real reporting to it,
Mhm.
and there's no security. Everything's got to be PCI compliant now. Um, and if somebody sends it to the wrong address, that money's gone. You can't
Right.
refund it to them, and the idiot that they sent it to is not going to give it back. I mean, that's the problem. So you want a system set up so people can pay you effectively and securely. And it's not something that the business should be scared to set up. That's what I do.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, do you have classes or programs that people can learn how to do this? Because I'm thinking, well, maybe we have to just use Stripe. Is that a good choice?
Again, I'm going to shake my head. um,
Well, I
you
must
know,
be doing all the wrong stuff.
the problem is everybody gets set up, and there are huge marketing campaigns out there that say, hey, if you're setting up your e-commerce or your programs on your website, use Stripe, get yourself set up. It's easy, it's convenient to do, and it's fine. It works fine. However, my issue is convenience should not be as expensive as what they are.
Mhm.
There are costs involved, and I go into all these places now that they want you to pay 3, 4, 5% on your bill, right? Because they're trying to get their cash back for the processing cost.
Right.
Well, I know from my decade plus of experience of what the net effective rate is, most people's rates really are about 2.5 to maybe 2.7. So why are they charging 3.5? Why are they charging 4? Why are they charging 5? You know, who's trying to get rich, right? It's the same
Yeah.
thing with Stripe. They have a good program, but they charge too much for it. I have the same programs with as an independent with multiple platforms that can set you up far more cost effectively.
Right. Yeah, these fees are just really getting us, and
Yes, they
you
are.
feel like you're lost or you have no choice. And, we don't hear about all these other programs that you're offering. So
Correct.
I think everyone contact Jeff. We need to get some better information so that we can make more money so that we don't feel like we're just giving it all away to these card companies.
Well, and the thing to remember is it's always been an overhead cost. You know, you always factored it in, but the costs have gone up a bit, and everybody's tightening up their belts, and you want as much profit as you can without paying too much in fees. But
Right.
there are ways to push those fees back to the consumer and the cardholder. And
Mhm.
ever since COVID, that's become an acceptable practice. And the cardholder really doesn't care anymore. They understand the need for it. And they all want their points, right? Everybody's trying to get those points for their next vacation. So they're going to use their card anyway. And if they don't want to pay it, they can pay cash. And what business doesn't want to accept cash, right?
Oh yeah, definitely cash is acceptable.
They say the cash is acceptable.
Okay. Well, how can people get in touch with you, Jeff?
Well, um, easy enough. I have my information in the chat. My website is www.businesscashflowconsulting.com. I take email, I take phone calls, I text. I'm a national consultant, and I really just look to um, have an introduction, look around at what people are doing now currently, their procedures, what their current structure is, and help them either tweak it or give them options, along with all the different programs out there. There are legal and compliant ways to get back the processing costs.
Mhm.
It is a business expense, tax deductible expense, so there's that factor. You can talk to your CPA about it. So don't let cost deter you from using credit cards, ACH, all the different ways to get paid. You want it to be convenient for your customer, not for yourself. Because if it's convenient for them, they'll pay you. So yeah, any questions, just reach out to me and let me help your business improve.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jeff. I might
Mhm.
be your first customer this
I,
week.
I like that. We can stay on the call now.
You can stay on the go. Okay, I like that. Okay. Well, I think we've covered both sides, health and
Mhm.
finances, and I thank everyone for joining us. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask my side for health, Jeff's side for finances, and make this a 2025 the best year, more profitable year, or more healthy year for you and your business. Thank
I
you very
like it.
much.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right.
Thanks.